What is up YouTube, and welcome back to the RiftGuides WildRift video. Today we have a JHIN for you. Hell's Devil, special pick, 84% win rate, clear domination, insane damage, and we feature one additional thing in this video. It's the Hex Flash Meta for the AD carry. The issue is for AD carry nowadays, you just simply get one tap whatever you do. So having Flash available more often is going to make our life substantially easier. So after watching this video, you will understand that Hex Flash is the way to go to avoid being one-shot on cooldown, because anything that touches you quite literally kills you. For bot lane, you see, they just take away this little croc, and this is a massive thing, by the way. This will allow them to hit level 2 a lot earlier than it does for the enemy team, as you don't even have to kill a minion to hit level 2, and you could have, for example, if you were an all-in bot lane, really abused this. But very nice trading by the JHIN, looking for just easy little pickups, just going for free damage, utilizing the bounds. And the Lulu's playing so aggressive, something you would rarely see on the European server, where the little players simply sit behind and relax. This hook could have been very dangerous. Any snipers? Sadly you miss. Varus already has to go home. Early push is so important in the bottom lane, and the only thing that can happen to you is the jungle. If the jungle comes very early on, you can get really heavily punished. But in this instance, Kindred already pathed the way down to the other side of the map, and yeah. But for example, is Xin Zhao champion or a Lee Sin champion, you best believe they're on the move to do some real sketchy stuff. But yeah, is JHIN a decent champion this patch? Well, it's all about one-shotting, and if you can one-shot, might as well play Mr. JHIN. The thing is, JHIN is also quite a good laner, because he features a lot of things that other AD carries do not have access to that easily. Number one, he has wave clear. That is something not every AD carry has. He also has the tool to poke the enemy from range with the power of his first ability, Dancing Grenade. And if he's about to be dove, he can place the third ability in front of him, in front of the tower, where the enemy can't proc it, and only minions proc it. So if there's a massive wave coming, you can prepare this very early on with a lot of traps there, so the enemy cannot actually do something against you, or if they do so, you will at least clear the wave. So other AD carries would just simply die, but you as a JHIN, that wouldn't happen to you. What I find very interesting though is so many JHINs go Collector, and it feels so weird to see, because you don't build any other lethality, and the AD you gain from this item and the armor pen is very low compared to, for example, well, Bloodthirster. So Collector is a feels good item. The item itself, in itself, doesn't provide you with too much, and if you think about the execute, the 5% is not really that much compared to the AD you're missing. Nicely placed second ability, something that you just do very well. Ooh, is he going to survive? Look at the zoomer, the ghost zoomer, and he finds the snipe. And many of you are wondering, why is this guy playing JHIN with a Lulu? Well, okay. JHIN scales with attack speed, and, well, crit. Both of these stats will grant him AD. So if Lulu gives you a steroid of attack speed, you will deal more damage. Similar to other AD carries, you will not hit more often, but you will deal a lot more damage, because you will hit harder. Needless to say though, we have to keep in mind that many plays in WildRift are completely based on I hit first, probably most of them, I hit first, and if you hit first, you're going to be the one that wins. And a lead in WildRift is usually so big that whatever item you build, as long as it's on theme, meaning you build AD if you're an AD champion, you will deal a lot of damage. Because you will have a full item advantage or half an item advantage, and then the item you build will not matter in the sense of a disadvantage, because it's still something you have more in your inventory. The nemesis of JHIN, wards. Clearing wards feels so bad. But yeah, just let me know in the comments below, have you played some JHIN recently, and if so, what was your experience? Have you used HEXFLASH as well? Because I think it's one of the only ways to make AD carry at least less painful to play. Look at the Dominus, look at the Ziggs looking for the play here, throwing in the bomb, poking at the enemy, and now we have a dive setup. The Xin Zhao comes around the corner, the hook goes through, so the last shot doesn't go through as well, sadly here. Kindred here to deny the dive. And we are playing very, very aggressively. Kindred hops the wall, Jin Zhao on the move after her. Lulu pops the ult, we just collect the fruit here, and now the Kindred ult has been popped. The Lamb's Respite. And yeah, this Kindred will certainly fall. The Collector, the 4444, the little brother of the 9999 dopamine. I'm German, I can say that, it's perfect. So yeah. With all the fighting happening, oh, will he fall here? There's no way he survives against the Varus Burst. Yeah. If you don't know what Varus Fresh does, if you get CC'd once, as you've seen right now, he got hit once and he just dies. And the same thing will happen over and over again, because he will never be tanky enough to survive Varus. Varus is a champion that has so many different builds that, well, it's absolutely insane what this champion has available. He can be on hit, he can be AP, he can be poke, he can be quite literally anything he wants to be. So yeah, and if you don't know, he deals percentage maximum HP damage. So building any type of item won't really rescue you when it comes to Varus. And there's so much fighting happening, and I like that people actually somewhat play together sometimes, so it feels a lot more satisfying to watch. You can always argue, yeah, but the item builds. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the item builds, but I'm a fan of their aggression and what they're doing. Oh, Kindred actually gets the mark up there. That's a heartbreaker. Jin spotted the mark early and wanted to hunt down the Kindred. Pops the Ghost now, runs after the Kindred. Will she have ultimate again? He needs to be careful about the... Nice, he avoids the Chains of Corruption. Now locks down the Varus, will get the kill onto the Varus, but the Kindred will escape the play. Now we see the Varus walking back to the minion wave, picking up the minion wave, looking for the recall here. Sadly, his second ability will not be available early enough. And when it comes to AD carry, it's just this dance, right? This dance on the knife's edge. Survive or die. But the issue is you have to be so on point to deal so much damage, but if you make a singular mistake, you disappear. And that is something that you'll probably see quite a few times in your games, because just let me know, like AD carries in general, like, you know, bot laners, they have a lot of accidents. And just generally, just let me know your feeling about playing AD carry. Have you tried anything else? Are you swapping from the role, or are you committing to AD carry still? And with the help of the Lulu, we can just be so proactive. We can just do so much more. Look at the speed we have. Look at the damage we can dish out on cooldown. Pops the ult, looks for another snipe, can clear the wave at the same time as looking for kills. And he picks up a free kill again. Look at the sheer domination. And if the enemy doesn't play together with the lead that Jin has and the speed he has, they just instantly die. If this was old Kindred, it looks a lot worse for them. But yeah, it is not the old Kindred, it's the heavily nerfed Kindred. Ooh, the Fresh misses the hook onto the Jin. Or he sidesteps, pick one. You can always be one or the other person. But the issue is this game, they have this one faithful champion, the Vladimir. In case you haven't encountered Vladimir for a long time, in the past you played like the CDR build because he was so horrendously overtuned, but now with the damage creep we have in the game, we just go full damage. We just go for pen boots and even more damage. So yeah, it seems so weird because CDR is such a broken thing to have on Vladimir, but yeah, the game is in such a state where you'd rather prefer full damage, full pen, full AP over just CDR. It seems so obscene, but yeah, that is the state of WildRift. And with these rotations, he's just collecting the tier 1 outer turrets because they're easy to pick up and they're just a free source of gold. With this in mind, they can also think about going for the next dragon if they truly choose to. But dragons are just a win more thing. You don't really need them, they don't really do anything, and souls don't really change the game at all compared to what the typical level of mistakes are. So yeah. Little bro is gunning down this Ornn and it takes him quite a while. This Ornn is a magnet and the bullets just keep on flying at his face. Nice accuracy from the sniper here. The Ornn just missed his ult. So first off, we see a 4 out of 4 hit, and then we see an Ornn missing the ultimate. Classic. Typical WildRift things. Also nowadays, I honestly don't know what I should feel about, because on mages you have IE Rabadons as your third item, if you don't count boots. But on AD carries, often it feels like, what about just going IE second? With 50% is already high enough. He just blasts that guy to the next season. The Urgot ultimate also comes in flying, misses the corpse though. So now the JHIN is looking for a flank here, looked for a recall angle from the enemy, and now is hugging the outside edge of the fight, looking for other targets than the Thresh. You see, he just didn't care about the Thresh, he just let him live and looked for another fight in, like another play into the, like in the fray, rather than wasting his time on a Thresh. HEXFLASH after is getting chased down, the box is being placed down, but now we have the curtain call. Will he find the Varus? He finds the Varus. Will he find the Thresh? Any snipers? He doesn't get him. He's up there. Oh, will he die? Yep. Farewell. But it's okay. Honestly. So, since he just gave away his shutdown to the Thresh, the enemy can't capitalize on him having the shutdown. So, even in this terrible scenario, you can make at least some positive remarks on the future, because now dying for him will be less severe. As dumb as it sounds. Because if the Vladimir got those 1000 gold, it's Jover. And the Ziggs ultimate drops, the On ultimate is very late, he gets out all the shots. And it's an absolutely free angle now. They can just chase them down, the Urgot in the front line, if one person dies, the Thresh is just taken down, collected, harvested. But we need to be really careful. This Vladimir could turn the fight around if he gets a little bit more time. Just a little bit more time for the Vladimir, and they can actually lose the game, because the Vladimir can completely on his own carry this game. Now, we have a 12.5 minute Baron. Baron at this point, as I said, is not usually game changing, it just gives your team more time to scale, or it forces the enemy to come for a play. If they choose to farm, it's completely fine. At most, you usually lose an inhibitor. And now the enemy makes a big mistake. They come to contest the first Baron when the first Baron can't really do anything. And now the On falls. And now the entire enemy team will certainly fall. And with that done, they might even lose the game. Vladimir does Vladimir things, kills the entire backline. As I said earlier, nice flash by the JHIN, flashing in his second ability and killing the Vladimir. Chains of Corruptions connect. And yeah, we have a problem, Houston. We are going to fall. Yep. The damage is so insane, it's so crazy. But there you see, the enemy right now, when they contested Nashor, that was not really necessary, because it's too much of a risk, right? It is okay to lose this, you'll at worst usually lose an inhibitor. And if your team has champions that can do something late game, for example the Ziggs, the Vladimir, you can be fine with this. However, now with the fight turning out as it did, Baron is already close to dissipating and Vladimir got a lot of kills. So the issue is, if Vladimir gets to this Rabadon's death cap boss, 3 item spike plus boots, the game might be lost. But the Kindred has another idea of throwing the game away, so it looks like the game is going to close very soon. It's basically all in the hands of the Vladimir. We just saw the Hex Flash on the minimap. And if the Vladimir gets to his Rabadon's death cap, like all his 3 items plus boots, then this game can end very, very fast because he just one-shots you. And you don't have any way of survival against this. So if the Vladimir now has spells available, things get very, very dangerous. So where's the Vladimir? Does he have enough things available? Does he have enough? Ooh, if this hook connects, it's very bad for them as well. But he's playing the edge. He's not afraid at all. This is the Veil and the Lulu Shield at the same time. Pops the ultimate, tries to go for a snipe, goes away instantly, doesn't want to be chains of corrupted. Yeah, doesn't want to be chained by corrupted. Whatever, we just move on. And yeah, it's going to be very, very scary very soon, because yeah, Vladimir is a champion. Oh, he nearly gets punished for using Hex Flash for fun. Vladimir in the backline probably doesn't have flash available right now. Lulu instantly ulting the JHIN, also has Zeke's Convergence. I love them. They actually sometimes build cool items. Which they should, but yeah. Vladimir goes in, Crown is procced. On uses the third ability into the wall, hits, but the JHIN is too fast and the Lulu has Veil as well. So the issue is, oh my, he just tapped that guy. And he got tapped as well. This game could actually be a long one. Could have been a long one. A very long one. So, Guys, eyes on the prize. What do you think? Is Vladimir gonna throw this game away? Does he have all the tools available he needs to carry this game and simply trolls at some point? What do you guess? I guess he's gonna troll horrendously and randomly die. Yep. He walked too close to the wall, isolated himself so Xin Zhao can jump him, and now with Xin Zhao on his face and dying basically in trade for the Vladimir, the game is basically over, because they can't defend themselves without the Vladimir. The Vladimir is basically their entire team at this point. They have the CC, yes, but they need the damage of the Vladimir to do anything, because it doesn't matter if you lock them down for 15 minutes, if you don't have any damage, you will not achieve anything. And this JHIN is an absolute murder machine. You just saw the damage. He is insane. Yeah, and that marks the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel and come back for more RiftGuides content. And obviously, we have the Patreon in beta phase. If you want to check it out, do yourself a favor. All these build cards that I put into the videos are from Patreon. So, in the future, when we are fully finished with the project, or at least in a phase where we are happy about the free version of this, I'll properly advertise this, you'll get the links to that one, and you'll enjoy your time having some nice extra content and good things to do in your own games. So thank you very much, and see you soon for more.